How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing fine. It is Friday. Woohoo! One of the things that we have been asked in the past is what is it that we actually do? We changed our name 2 years ago from Gear Spinners to Complete IT, and a lot of people don't actually know what services and solutions we actually offer. We always talk about, tech news, but we don't actually talk about what it is we physically do, all those services. So for today's Friday webinar, or Friday stream, I just wanted to go over some of the services that we offer and then answer any questions that anyone has at the end. Because I have a feeling there's going to be just a few. I didn't quite make it to at the lunchtime like I wanted. I apologize. We'll get better. I will get better at streaming at the same time every Friday. And hopefully the little buggy that we had in the sound from last week is not in this week's. And as you can also tell, I forgot today was Friday and I wore my green shirt, so it actually shows up with that green screen. It's just a big mess. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and switch to our PowerPoint right now that I'm going to go through. So, Complete IT, who are we? So, the history of Complete IT is kind of interesting. Back in 2014, I had actually entered a competition with Smart Start Incubator, which was sponsored by Pasco County, Pasco Economic Development Council, which is PEDC. Ended up getting into that incubator program. I ended up placing third later on, actually at the beginning of the following year, for one of the business competition challenges. Made a big move in 2016 from Dade City, which is where I'm actually born and raised, to West Chapel. That was a big step. There wasn't much here. I mean, there was, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of stuff here, but there wasn't much IT related services other than Tampa. And we really didn't know how we were going to come across in a new market, which was West Chapel. Since then, we've actually moved offices 3 times within the same building, expanding each time. We just keep running out of room. We are once again out of the room, and either next year or the year after, we're actually going to expand again or get a new place, which is very exciting. So, one of the things that we always tell our clients is the road to success. And what this road to success is we're not just going to install equipment or a solution and then just leave. There's a lot of companies out there that do this in multiple industries. You can be a painter, you can be a landscaper, plumber, electrician, a doctor. We're not one and done, is what I like to call it. We are not one of those. So it starts off with a consultation. Depending on the project, we'll come on site. Sometimes it's just a live stream. Sometimes it's via email. Depends on how big the project is, if we actually go on site or not. Then we do the installation and the training. Yes, we actually train you on how to use the equipment. It's not a new thing. That's just what we do. We're not expecting you to call us for every little bitty thing, unless you want that. And if you want that, that's fine. We can do that. But a lot of people don't want that. They want to be in control of their own systems, which is fine. And then the management and resolve. So if you do have issues, we are going to be there for you. We're not going to be the type of company that installs it and then you're on your own. You have your 1-year warranty, but we're not going to help you with anything. Again, we just want to be that company from beginning to end and beyond. We didn't get to the place that we're at now by not having client referrals. We don't market. Yeah, you'll see us on Facebook every now and again. You might actually see us on Google Maps. We have a ton of reviews, but we don't physically advertise in magazines, newspapers, Google AdWords, Bing advertisements. We just don't advertise. Facebook advertisements, we just don't. Everything that we do is by word of mouth, and that is huge to us and from the community. We always tell everyone, do not stress. Uh, for some reason, there are some companies out there, they want you to do everything, and they're just the supervisor. We take over everything if you allow us to. Um, so this doesn't have to be you. All right. So the next piece is managed IT. This is a growing solution. We really started this in January and going forward. There's all different types of versions of this. Essentially, it's $95 for an office, depending on how big your office is. It'll depend on if you have extra pieces or not involved with that. It goes from $95 an office to $49 per computer to $95 per computer. That $95 per office allows us to know if your network is healthy, if it's up or if it's down. If it's down, we try to get to that resolution, try to get to that solution or the repair before you even find out about it. That's the whole point of it. If you want antivirus, we can also do antivirus on every computer. We also do tune-ups that are included, Windows updates, the whole 9 yards. So it doesn't matter if you're a one-person office or like a 10-person office, same price. If you get up into the 100 units, we'll talk. Usually that requires a completely different solution, and usually this isn't that. Then you have the next one, and that which is MSP Remote. MSP Remote basically includes all remote support and phone tech time. There is a minimum on this, depending on what your infrastructure is. We'll let you know what that minimum is for you. Everyone's different, but it's nice. Some of our larger clients like to budget this way for the future, so that they know what unless we have to go on site. On site isn't included in this one, but it doesn't matter if they call us once per day or 2 times per day, and we have to remote in constantly. Our biggest thing is to get to the issue before it starts, so that you're not even having to do that. I personally love this one, but most people do go with the MSP standby, just because of it is a little bit cheaper. MSP Complete includes everything I just talked about, but it also includes trucks rolling or someone actually coming to your location. Doesn't matter if we come to your location once per day or once per month. It's the same price every single month. So a lot of the larger clients will choose this one because they can just budget their IT. And to be honest, it's cheaper to hire us still than to hire 1 or 2 people in-house, for one reason. If you hire someone in-house, they get sick, they take vacations, stuff comes up. What if they get a better job offer somewhere else? With us, you have a company that's there for you at all times. You don't have to worry about us going on vacation. You don't have to worry about us getting sick, and you don't have to worry in case someone moves on. The company is going to be your solution. The company is going to be there for you. Complete IT is there for you. It's not an individual. We are not a one-man band. We do have employees. We do have an office, so that's kind of nice. Backups. This was really popular last year, and this year it kind of just dwindled off a little bit. It starts off really basic with $30 per PC per month, up to $60 to $200. Honestly, get in touch with us. Let us know what it is that you're looking for, so that we can actually make something custom for you. Sometimes we can pull directly from our pricing that we already have. Sometimes we have to make something new. Just let us know, and we will do that for you. Some additional services. Even though we are a larger company, we also still do in-house repairs. So a lot of times people just come in, they'll see us on Google, and they'll drop off their computer due to a cracked screen, slow computer. They need data transferred off or data backed up. Maybe a keyboard's messed up. They want more RAM. They want a better hard drive. Any number of things. Laptops, desktops, all-in-ones. We do Apple products as well. It just depends on the year. The only things we do not repair in-house are going to be mobile devices such as smartphones, phones, and tablets. Those are, we just don't do enough of them for it to be a business. So there are other people in the area that are going to be much more better equipped, knowledgeable, and I'm sure the prices are going to be better because of that. Office and home Wi-Fi is a huge service that we offer. We're installing roughly one new network a week. Sometimes it's two. It can be anything from hardwired to just a complete Wi-Fi system with a guest network. So say you're a lawyer's office and you have clients that come in and they need Wi-Fi for some reason. Instead of having them go on your network, you can actually give them something to a guest network, so that they're not able to snoop in on your files or your printers or anything like that. You can also do this for home. We talk about this all the time, the Arrow Wi-Fi router. It's amazing. I just installed another one this morning. Client wasn't able to get, he just paid for 400 over 20 internet from Spectrum, couldn't get it from the router to his daughter's room on the other side of the house. We ended up putting two of these bad boys in, two of the Arrows, and now she's able to get anywhere from 50 megabytes per second to 100 megabytes per second download. When it gets a little cooler, he'll add another Ethernet drop to the middle of his house, and his entire house will be flying. It's going to be amazing. He's really excited, and so are we. Firewall protection. This is mainly for commercial and business use. This is mainly for, it should be for every business. The stock firewall that comes in your Spectrum and Frontier router, it's a firewall, but they're mainly DHCP servers, to be completely honest. All they're really meant to do is provide an IP address to your devices. I wouldn't consider them a firewall at all, even though they do. There's a range of firewalls that we can provide, a range of brands from Cisco to Fortinet. Ubiquiti has a firewall, but it's not a firewall. It's a high-tech DHCP server. So yeah, if you're interested in a firewall and security in your office, give us a call. If you already have one and you just need it set up and reconfigured, we can also do that. Cloud access systems. Cloud access control. So a lot of the access control systems and CDDs, HOAs, the front gates, even the doors to the pool pavilions and clubhouses. You can also have these at, say, a big commercial establishment. They may have a private parking lot and they have a boom that goes up and down. There's a host of different places that uses access control systems, but they use the old style versions. They're super expensive. They're super expensive to replace. They're a pain to replace. And when they're down, they're down. I like the system that we use because I won't say it's easy to install, but it's easier to install. It's a much cheaper alternative. Your ongoing maintenance costs are going to be drastically lower than what you're used to, and it's actually going to offer you a better solution. When I say that because you're not stuck with just a key card or a keychain tag. You can even get custom printed bands. You can, and it's, by the way, none of this is proprietary. You can get custom painted bands. You can get an app like what you see here, an app for your phone system, for Android or iPhone, so that it allows you into the building or any door. It's really nice. Is this for home use? No. I've never installed this in a home, and I don't think we'll ever get anyone that requests this for the home. But if you're an apartment manager, multifamily, CDD HOA manager, or maybe a big commercial building, this is something I would look into. Definitely for uptime, lower maintenance costs. It's just really nice. Again, free consultations. Just let us know. Camera systems. This is what everyone has right now. They are super old. Everyone, those are old. No, some of them aren't old, but you get the point. We like installing newer cameras, IP cameras. They're not on the old style BNC coax. They do allow you to go past 780p. What else is good about these? You can record them locally. There are different types of licenses that you can that can be purchased. This is not your Sam's Club special, or your Walmart special, or your Home Depot special, or your Amazon special. I say that because we have tested those. I've installed one at my house just to test it, going on 2 years now, and it failed within 7 months. I've just been waiting to see how long the whole system fails. I already had a couple of cameras fail. NVR failed once. I mean, it's ridiculous. You get what you pay for. You cannot expect to pay $800 for a system and it lasts as long as a system that's, say, $3,000 to $5,000, or even a $10,000 system for that matter. It doesn't happen. You get what you pay for. License plate recognition systems are really nice. This one's by Flock. We're also trying to come out with one ourselves in the future that will be a little bit different. It'll be able to work with other camera systems that we already have. There will be a monthly cost to it. They will be solar powered, but if you are looking for something right now, we always recommend Flock. They do have a monthly or yearly fee. For audio and video systems, one second, Charlie just walked in. You can be loud, that's fine. They already know you're here. Okay, so for audio and video systems, a lot of people don't realize that we can do conference centers, we can do clubhouses. We actually do audio and video systems for homes, residential. You can do everything from a JBL system to an Eclipse system, Bose. We always put battery backups on it. We always try to put some type of power filtering system. If you want to do mics, we can do mics. Mics that last, 10 feet radius away, all the way up to 100, 200 feet away. Dual mics, triple mics, quad mics, lapel mics. If you're wanting a 70 volt commercial system, if you're wanting a 4 and 8 ohm system, you just let us know. If you don't know, that's what we're here for. You just let us know what you're trying to get out of the area, and then we will work with that to provide you a solution. So this is this isn't ours, by the way. I found this on Google, so props to Google for having this. We have reorganized server closets that look like this, and this is why. If you pay a technician every single time to diagnose an issue and it looks like this, you're going to be paying an exorbitant amount each time because they're not able to do their job within the time period that it should be. And what I mean by that is, say you're trying to track down a line and it's supposed to take you 2-3 hours, if it does take you that long. When it's like this, you're looking at a lot longer because they're going to have to try to figure out what you did every single time. So if you pay a little bit in the beginning, even if it's a lot, you're going to save a lot more on the back end. So just kind of nice. A couple of client projects that we've been a part of. This was a small office. On the left hand side you see all their modems and their residential router that they had, and on the left right here, and then this is where they had all their own old phone systems and whatnot, and this was inside of a cabinet, no ventilation. It was a mess. This is afterwards. Everything's nice and tidy, everything's easy to get to, everything's labeled. This is a lot easier to work on, and it'll take us less time to work on it than something like this. So this is another one. This is the way it used to look. They just had a piece of plywood literally zip tied it to a shelf, and they have everything just laying around. I do believe an owner did this one, even though he said that he paid someone. I think it was him. Um, Everything's mismatched. So you have an off-brand port switch that kept dropping packets. You had he did have a sonic wall for a firewall, but it was old. It wasn't updated. I, it's I don't. It's like having GPS from 10 years ago. The maps for GPS 10, they wouldn't work today. You're gonna have a lot of issues. And they just had everything strung about. Once we were done with it, we added a proper battery backup system, proper DHCP firewall, basic firewall, nice little port switch, and then actually a patch panel, so that it's easy to add everything. Electrician installed everything and even put everything in a pipe. It was just really nice. And then they put all this in after us. I don't know why. They didn't want to use the rack. I think the rack's easier to work with. It looks nicer. It's simpler. So, and then this is another one. This is the worst one that we've had yet. We've bid on others, but we didn't get those projects. They had all of their DVRs on a wire rack on the left-hand side. They actually had all their audio equipment just stacked up. In between here, they had two 24-port switches that was zip tied together with a 2x4 in between them as a spacer for ventilation. And absolutely nothing was labeled. All these blue stickers are us trying to figure out what's what after we ended up getting the contract. This is what it looked like afterwards. You can see everything's well ventilated. You have everything nicely labeled. End up putting servers on the bottom. End up putting proper audio video switcher in this as well, all digital. Client here ended up going from a wired audio system to a wireless Sonos. Worked great for what they were wanting it for, so I was very happy about that. And then all the other wires that were going to be used later on are tagged for use later on. If they weren't used, they were removed. Okay, for this one, we actually had an electrician install all the wiring, or actually the client had an electrician install all the wiring, and then we actually put on the HD base T unit so that they could plug in VGA 3.5 millimeter or HDMI, and then this enables them to do wireless later on with a little module. It also enables all of the TVs to be individually on individual boxes, or all of them can be on one input. Both this room, which is the dining room, and the next door conference room, or the banquet hall, can be viewed on the same device. So the other side actually has a 150-inch projector, very powerful, very big. It's all electric, automatic screen that comes down, and they can, every single TV, every single projector can be off of one unit. This is great for weddings. This is great for a lot of business events, meetings that can occur, and then also sporting events, so that you can have a different TV for each sport, or you can have like the big finale, like Super Bowl, on the big screen. And then this is the big screen right here. Like I said, 150-inch electric down. You have your projector here. We do have the option, if you want the projector to be hidden, that it can actually go into the ceiling, and then whenever you hit a button, it actually retracts down and then turns on. All depends on what your budget is. All depends on on the aesthetics that you're wanting. This one had a 6-speaker setup as well, JBL, which is really nice, 70-volt system. Also had the mics, so they could do anything they really wanted. Internet service providers. So a lot of people don't know this, but if you get with us before you get a new building, and this is only for commercial and business, this is not for residential, get with us, we can actually try to beat the price. We actually have a company that we work through specifically, and we also have some people with Spectrum specifically, where we can get better pricing for clients, and sometimes we can get them installed quicker. And if something goes wrong, we can usually get better support, all for the same price or cheaper. So that's kind of nice. Who wants to spend an hour on the phone with Spectrum? I don't. Phone systems. We don't do these yet. We actually go through a company out of Brandon, Florida, for the phone systems. Any client that we have and we see that they're having issues, or we see the common traits of a bad phone system, bad VoIP phone system, we always refer this client out to someone that we trust, so on and so forth. They're really nice. They're not your cheapest, but you get what you pay for. Google and Outlook email. We actually just added Outlook Exchange at the end of last year, I believe it was. But we've been a Google partner for about 4 years now. It's been amazing. There's a difference between email when it is on the same server as your website. For instance, you can pay, I think it's $9 a month now for a really cheap server online for your website and for infinite emails. Well, if you have, say, 12, 15 emails on that same server, you're gonna have issues, and a lot of people don't realize you're gonna get dropped emails. It may say it was sent from your side, but your client may not receive it. Same thing for the client. It says on their side that it was sent to you, but you have never received it. Long story short, this has to do with MX records and DNS settings, and just the way the networks work between everyone. And Gmail and Microsoft Exchange has two of the best email server platforms. They are amazing. If you're used to Outlook, we keep you now with Microsoft Exchange. If you are usually a younger company, I'm not gonna lie, or if you're not used to Outlook yet, Gmail is cheaper, and so we'll get you a Gmail. But for those that prefer Outlook, we'll stick you with Outlook. And then on both of them, you can use their word processing, spreadsheets, slideshows, so on and so forth. This is a service that we still do. We have one up though on price, and it's basically website design and development and hosting. We host a number of websites, but it's not the $9 a month like I told you beforehand. It starts off at $59. Some websites are at $99. Some websites are actually at $300 a month. It really depends on the service that we're providing to the client. Plain and simple. How big is the website? How many resources is it going to take? How much tech time is it going to take to keep that website up and going? How many updates are going to be done to the website? How much customization has been done to that website? What type of skill level needs to be there in order to work on the website? All of these are done in-house. However, starting next year, we are going to be third-partying out the website to one of my friends in Maine. Really great guy, really great company. This is not going overseas. He does not use, he does not have a group overseas that does everything. He does it himself and his group, which is great. And I can't wait to start that up. It's going to allow us to focus a lot on hosting, managed hosting, emails, IT stuff, not as much on the design of the website. And that's really it. All I have to say now is, who's ready to have fun with Complete IT, and let's go for it. It looks like I just realized Facebook did not stream this entire time, so I'll be uploading this to Facebook once I have edited the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can give us a call at the office, 813-444-4355. Thanks, guys.